Good morning from Skye. And it's just incredible how light it is now, isn't it? Look, behind me, broad daylight. So a week today is the end of this absolutely incredible adventure for this year, anyway. It's just been completely off the scale. And today I've got a lot of new, another 9 people arriving to do the Wild Energy Retreat. And then that finishes on Friday, and we have Jennifer Main coming on Friday till Sunday to do theta healing. So this is what a grand finale we have. So I'm very excited. It's nice to be at other people's retreats, but it's also really nice to run your own. So I'm very excited today to have everybody come in here. I mean, actually, most of the people that are coming to this retreat have been before, and that's been probably the biggest compliment, is how people have come back. One of my friends, Gaynor, she just came, did Gary's, is doing mine, and then is staying on and doing theta as well. Just 3 retreats back to back. Think of the education and the fantastic information you get, and just being here. You know, I keep saying, like, we've seen some pretty major transformations with people, which makes it's just so incredibly rewarding. But it's also, I think the land is playing such a huge part, because it is just jaw-dropping here now. The weather's been grim in terms of huge amounts of rain, and like crazy winds. Like almost yesterday you can hardly go out. I mean, just like mental. Dry rolls getting whacked, so it's like a big kite. So the weather's been crazy, but it's still, you're kind of sitting in this space. You can see you're just looking out at the mountains and the fire, and it's just, Gary and Ivona left this morning. You know, the weather just didn't do anything to take away from the retreat. And the reality is, you come to Scotland in January or February or July or August, you just got to take the weather that you get. So it's very, very exciting times. So obviously now we're starting to think about the festivals. So I mean, it's only like 2 weeks on Friday. The Skye, the Broadford Festival starting. Which is, you know, the festivals are great. They're a banquet of all the things that we offer here this week. And you get to meet a whole load of other teachers, healers, leaders, trainers in their field. It's a load of fun. I think that's Dive Deep. Myself and VW were big fans of getting into the subconscious, deleting the old files, getting rid of the trauma and all that stuff. But also it's very, very much about having a laugh and just enjoying the land, really learning the protocols, diving a little bit deeper. We're living in pretty unique times in terms of what we can achieve. The energy is way lighter, which can be scary. You know, where people are breathing here. It was really nice. I did some breath work with Gary's guests as well, and people are always blown away by it, having experiences they've never had before. And that's just, I love that. Absolutely love it. It's great to help people to find these states of bliss and these states of release, letting it go. Because I combine my breath work. I teach 3 different breath works. One's coherence breathing, one is La La Land, where you just get taken away, there's no retentions, nothing like that. And then Suk Suk Blow, which a lot of you'll know about. And we do that, and we'll be doing that this week. This week as well, we're going to be doing Joe Dispenza's new meditation every day. Love your body. That baby that you're living in for this earthly experience needs love. And when we start to really see the body from a state of awe, like, oh my God, this thing that we've criticized probably most of our lives, this thing is truly incredible, the intelligence that's in there. And we're going to demonstrate that this week with lots of different ways. And it's just so magical to see the difference in people when they leave. And Fiona, my friend that's been helping me with the changeovers, she was saying that I don't know what you're doing, but you're doing something right, because she can see the difference in people when they arrive and when they leave. And that's really what you want. But then, of course, it becomes, well, how do you maintain that when you go home? And that's why this work, the success of changing how health trajectory around is only going to come from changing how we do communities back to our communities where we look after each other. And of course, and Zach Bush is doing this as well, putting people together. And that's what we're doing this year. You know, we've got these groups now of the people that came and did this work together, and they make new friends and they'll collaborate and they'll keep each other inspired. Could we do that better? Yeah, we could, because basically what happens is inevitably the energy kind of wears off and you get back into life. So we're looking at ways where we can really create. You can go on a holiday, you can go on any retreat. There's lots of brilliant retreats out there. We keep tapping back into that. How do we stay out of fight or flight and fawn state, out these stress states which destroy the body over time? The body's incredible. The body's strong. The body will always strive to keep you alive, and it does. But right now, we're living in times where there's just been too much for it. And that's why we're seeing these unprecedented levels of this viruses. If you believe in viruses, it doesn't really matter. All the names and all the beliefs don't matter to me. You look out with your own two eyes and you can see that people are suffering. And that is something that we can change. And it is crazy times. And I can't, you know, I find that sometimes myself. I go from euphoria and feeling like really, whoa, yes, I can feel the new story, the new earth, to just like bang, back down. Here's the reality, though. This is what's going on. This is what bloody Keir Starmer's doing. It's yeah, it's almost like that bipolar shift of like, whoa, 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 whoa. So I think a lot of people are feeling that right now. It's like, yeah, it can be very challenging times. So what do we do then? Do we lie down and we cry? Well, sometimes you have to. It's bonkers. The new frequencies that changing. And this destruction, this kind of collapse of the old systems, and people are still holding on to that for dear life, wanting to, we need to keep doing what we're up, which was going to happen. You're doing things that you don't like. It's that paradigm from, yeah, you're this, you're a quack, you're a hairdresser, what do you know, you, to, oh, why am I so triggered and angry and threatened by the US? They do have free speech and they do have laws and the Constitution. We don't have that. We're getting shut down. And people are not allowed to talk about things, not allowed to question the systems. I mean, that's just madness. Anyway, thanks to the internet, they're not really getting away with that. And I think most people are waking up to the fact that we're being fed a lot of bullshit. So what are we going to be doing this week? I wanted to tell you as well about our live webinar tonight, which is free. And the reason I'm doing it in a webinar format is because I want to use the slides. I'll be doing a projector, a slideshow. Oh, what's that there? So we'll be doing a slideshow here. I'm going to put the link in there so you can have it. It's free. But if I do it in a webinar format, you can see the slides, whereas if I just do a live, you can't. So that's the reason I'm doing it like that, just so that you're aware. So click on that link tonight at 7 o'clock and just join the webinar. It's free, and you'll see the introduction to the wild medicine, because very much what I'm about, and obviously I'm only 50% of the wild medicine Claire, the wild energy medicine is what I'm doing. Claire and I are Scotland's wild medicine, and our retreat, where you have the two of us for 4 days, is in Lochalan at the end of April. I'll put that in as well for anybody who is really interested in wild medicine. Claire's work, as I'm sure you're aware, if you follow me at all, you'll know about Claire's incredible work. And being able to have the two of us together, we're doing a spring detox, and the food, Scottish food, not vegan, although we can feed you if you're vegan, that's not a problem, but we do not promote vegan food for people that live in Scotland because we're very much about the carbon footprint, eating seasonal, eating local. We've got Claire Cameron with all her incredible food. So the menu really is something spectacular. And if you're a carnivore and you love to eat in season and you love to eat what Mother Nature gave us seasonally, then come along, learn all about the wild medicines that Claire makes herself. Claire lives in a steading. She grows and makes pretty much 99% of her own medicines. She is the real deal. Everything is coming from that land. We're also looking to do a festival in Strontian in October. So keep posted for that. So yeah, it's really, really exciting times. The Heal Scotland movement is completely taken off, and wild energy medicine is what I'm banging on about all the time. So tonight you can see the presentation that everybody that comes to the retreat is going to get. I understand not everybody can come to Skye. We've not been doing as many lives over the last couple of weeks live because it puts people off it. With the gut health, you can take the pistol. So the old model, because what we're always looking at is the old story to the new story. We're in this shift from allopathic medicine to energy medicine. This is how I personally see it. And as we make that shift, it can be very challenging to let go of what you perceive to be the safety of the doctors and the only system that we have, which is we just do not have any more advanced energy medicine available to people in our country. We're miles behind other countries. It's embarrassing how far behind we are. You go and you're only going to get drugs or surgery, and you may be put in a waiting list for years often. So that's a situation that's completely untenable. Plus we have huge amounts of science that are absolutely using. They say it takes 20 years from bed to bedside. That means you're waiting for science that's already been well demonstrated and proven to come out to you via the mainstream systems. So you're going to wait. If you've been diagnosed and it's scaring you around, or I need to take matters into. None of us are guaranteed tomorrow. What you know is if you watch your Spencer's documentary and you can really tap in to the innate intelligence within, you can allow energy to flow and you have faith, then you can heal from anything. And he is demonstrating that, unequivocally demonstrating this. Watch source and you'll change. We don't want to process shite. If you don't want to make a lot of people that do not believe that nutrition has a massive impact on your health, which I find mental, but that's the situation. And people will attack you for suggesting that. And that's happening. So if you don't want to change, and if you don't believe that things need to change, you want to keep doing what you always did and keep getting what you always got, then fill your boots. It's of no interest to me what people do. I'm only interested in people that are starting to go, wait a minute here, I need more information. I need to look at the things that I can do. I need to take my power back. This is not serving me anymore. That's the people that I want to talk to. People that want to listen to the decades of experience that I've had, the incredible in-depth dive I've had into how we can heal. And now we're in a place now where we've created this. This is a dream come true for me. This most incredible healing centre, healing and education centre in Skye, in the most spectacular nature you could ever imagine. And now we need to create the healing oasis where people can come and stay and be held through this crazy time to nurse the body back into life. So we need a place like that too. So that's the next thing, creation, that Heal Scotland's going to put its focus on. Where will that be? How will that look? I've got some ideas, because, yeah, I know it's going to happen. But having said that, it's taken me 30 years to create this, so don't hold your breath. But I do believe the healing's lighter, the energy's lighter. I do believe that manifestation's going to happen faster. And all we need is a few people that maybe have the capacity to share a space, and then boom, job done. So we're doing the opening intro tonight to really look what we've been believing and what information is coming out backed with solid science and data to show us how powerful we are. Why would you believe that you can't heal when you absolutely can? And why is it so difficult to believe that you can change? And why do we hold on to the old stories that absolutely do not serve us like this? No, but this is true. This is true. I want to be right. This is what I've believed for ages. And I'm the exact same. Studying the Bible really has been like, oh, right, what if that is true? I'm not saying it is, because honestly, I don't know what's true and what isn't true. But what I do know is what feels good to believe and what feels fearful to believe. And I know that we've been conned in the biggest possible way. And a lot of people still are not seeing that yet, because I think that the 2020 we've been living through is if you're not starting to question things now, then you probably are never going to. But for a lot of people, it's like, whoa, what bullshit have we been listening to? It's so care about you versus some care about you. Interesting. But anyway, it's a lot of shit compared to somebody who's just going to make a fortune out of you. It's such fascinating times as to what we are doing and what we're sucking up and what we're believing. So join me tonight, 7:00. The link's there. It's free. Share the word with people that you know are interested in wild energy medicine. Drinking in a bit of the phenomenal energy that we've created here in Skye, and wakening up, and who would like to make changes, tell them to get in touch with me, because if they're open, not everybody is, but I would like to really spread some of the interesting research that we've been doing and finding out about what have you got to lose. It's quite easy to do the protocols that we're suggesting. So it's up to you, because when we tune in to intuition, this shift from you sitting to somebody and saying, you tell me my destiny, and you tell me what to do, what to put in my body, what your help meal, it's lifetime, and then your body will tell you. Now, a lot of people don't believe that. I couldn't care less. It's a thing. It's a lie to that we know that lie detectors work. We know that people can override them, but most people can't. The galvanic skin response of like, true, lie, true, lie. And when you understand that the cells, the intelligence, and you know when somebody's talking a lot of crap to you, something like me right now, try to sell you how powerful you are, try to sell you that you have the power to heal anything, regardless of what BS. And if you don't believe me, then you have to decide. All I ever look at is people that have defied the odds, people, the miraculous cures, the miracles. I'm not interested in the people that just did what they were told, because there's plenty of people studying that. It's of no interest to me. What I'm looking at is people that were like, wait a minute here, no, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to walk the road less travelled. I'm listening into this innate intelligence. The heart, again, going back to the source, the GP that's working with Joe now, she's like, the human heart. It's like it's a transceiver, transcender. It's just giving out, it's sending the information to the brain. We've all been obsessed by being brainy. But in actual fact, it's the heart. Feel something for really truly believe is the right or good. As you receive it to in this moment, then it's different, right? And people can feel that. Most people, not everybody, because some people just believe everything they get told. But when you start to tune in, and I remember my brother asking me about the vaccine. He said, why are you not taking it? I had no answer to that, no logical answer. What I had to say was, I don't know. My intuition is screaming something. And listen to that. Apart race, sex, creed, persuasion you are. Every single person that she spoke to who defied the odds listened to the inner, followed their heart intuition, we'll call it, their guiding matter. It's all the same thing. Stronger. No. Yes. Coming to courage to even accept that you are that powerful. Because guess what? Then the whole responsibility goes on to you for taking that yada, yada, yada. Because always, always, always that information is there for us to take. And most of us will override that because we'll give our power away to an expert. And I'm not saying don't take advice from experts. Look at all your options and then tune in. Sure, let's do some releasing. Let's do some meditating, some praying, whatever it is you want to do. And let me see if this is the right thing. Ask the field, God, the divine, whatever word you want to give to the innate intelligence that is in us and all around us to help so that you can make the decisions. Now, on occasion, you may not be well enough to make these decisions for yourself, and you can, I'm not saying never get help. Of course, I'm not saying that. But get help from people who really understand how intelligent your body is and helping you to skill and feminine energy thing going on within each one of us, which we're going to be talking about tonight, which is like, oh, it's a wee shame for them. They kind of like, be compassionate, be kind, but also like, right, come on, you get yourselves in order. Swung to this place of noise with our food, with all our stuff, and it just doesn't work. We absolutely have to keep absolute chaos. And then who are the leaders? Who's going to go, right, come on, let's do this. Let's change this. Who cares about your body most in the world? You. You're in there. Every single cell in that body is listening to what you're thinking, saying, feeling, believing, perceiving, and doing. where are you taking it? Where are you guiding it? Are you guiding it towards health and vitality, love, compassion, kindness? Well, you're going to have doing mindfulness. It's beautiful to see how everybody was at the end. I'm not going to start mentioning everybody that's here because you know it's been an incredible journey. But you can help. We can't do this alone. This is a movement for the people, by the people. There's incredible stuff going on all over our country. We just need to keep our focus there. Focus on the solutions to what's going to help us to get